like, don't look at anything about it between now and when you play it. You just have to go in blind.
Okay.
And just play it. And it will mess you up.
The only thing anime I've ever gotten Casey interested in, besides Pokemon, we've watched a couple episodes of Pokemon and laughed about it, is Sword Art Online.
I watched the first couple episodes.
And it's so good. It's probably my favorite anime, actually. So
it's like every MMO player's dream come true.
Yep. And then nightmare come true.
Nightmare come true.
Yeah.
Sword Art Online.
So it's okay. So it seems like it's. I'm just looking at images. I'm not looking at any videos. But it seems like these girls are probably like.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You gotta go in just totally blind.
What?
Don't read any guides or walkthroughs.
I'm not reading anything. All I do is look at the pictures.
Don't even look at the pictures.
Why not?
Don't spoil it.
Because the whole game is just pictures.
Yeah, exactly. It really is.
There's no like actual gameplay.
That's all.
It's literally it plays out the same way as a dating sim, but apparently it's not. Is Thornock online?
I did not see him yet. I'm looking for him.
I have a friend who's like the most like hyper fanboy of all anime, like all things Japanese. He like took a trip to Japan, saved for years for. I mean,
yeah, we have a friend like that.
He's way over the top, and so he's like the one guy that's like, oh, you got to check this out. And I'm like, eh. But every once in a while, he'll be like, dude, seriously, like you have to check this out. I'll be like, all right, fine, I'll try and find some time to, watch it or something. So I've seen a few, and then that game, he's like, you gotta play it. It's free, and that was for me. I was like, all right, it's free. Like I have nothing to lose.
Wait, Doki Doki's free? I didn't know it was free.
That's what he was just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I misheard that part. I was too busy focusing on the fact that you were talking about Doki Doki.
It's free, and your first playthrough will probably take you 3 hours.
Yeah. Okay. I've been really lately I've been really watching a lot of videos on Fortnite, which is also free.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks really fun.
Yeah, that's that Epic Games, right? So I have got a neighbor who lives a block away. He works for Epic Games, and he was working on some other project, and I was talking to him about it. I'm like, what have you been working on? And he can't really tell me, but then he's like, actually, me and like basically everybody in the company got pulled off whatever we were doing to work on Fortnite. And I'm like, what's that? He's like, oh, you haven't heard about it? He's like, yeah, it's this free third-person shooter, right?
Battle Royale.
It looks amazing.
Yeah,
it looks a lot of fun.
It's just like taking over the world right now.
Yeah.
So I downloaded it, but I have yet to play.
See, so I was vaguely interested in PUBG, just because I like the idea of the whole like Hunger Games in a video game. I'm not a big fan of the Hunger Games as a book series, but I love Hunger Games as a video game. And so I was kind of interested in it, kind of thinking about it a little bit, but I really wasn't sold on it. And then I saw a video on Fortnite, and so I was like, oh well, let's just watch this. I don't even know what it's about, and they start playing, and it's basically PUBG with a Team Fortress 2 look to it, right?
That's pretty much 100%.
And I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. So I was looking at it a little bit more, and I still wasn't very interested in it because I don't want to spend money to play a game where I die within the first 10 minutes and then have to sign up for another game. And then I found out it was free, and I was like, okay, well, maybe now I'll play.
Right.
Yeah.
I definitely want to play.
Yeah, that's a good one. I haven't played much of it with a lot of the guys in the Team Nom. They play it a lot.
Nice. Are we online?
So when you're done playing Doki Doki Literature Club,
Yes.
let me know.
Okay.
Send me an email.
It'll just be like a bunch of exclamation points.
And I have some follow-up videos to watch that takes the rabbit hole much deeper and in a very interesting way.
Alrighty.
Stuff like that I kind of thought that kind of stuff like only happened in movies, but you'll see what I mean later.
Okay. Good. So no Dallin tonight, sadly. We are online, right?
No wizard.
Okay. Yep. No Akio.
I want to play him when he's shooting fireballs and lightning bolts.
Well, we'll see it.
He's passed out drunk in just right?
In everything.
My first character when I played D&D like all the time back in junior high and a little bit in high school, I played a wizard or magic user, I think they were called at the time or something.
Yeah.
And I loved him with all of my heart.
They are pretty.
His name was Magus.
All right, and then still no
Thornok.
still no Thornok.
Not that I saw yet.
You
On
got
my
him.
other laptop, so I can't check the chat.
Okay.
That's okay.
Well, hopefully he will be
Let me
soon.
make sure that volumes even turn on, because you could be talking and we just couldn't hear.
Yeah.
It's very plausible.
When is
Yeah, he's in here. We just can't hear him. Quick, everybody smack talking. Can you hear us now? Eve? Or that's me.
Eve Thornok?
Eve Thornok. And Ephraim's in the chat as well.
Yeah, sorry, my headphones died.
Okay, no worries.
We got all the smack
Seems
talking
really
done
quiet.
last week.
And we got all our smack talking done last week. We can't smack talk him now.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want to.
Yeah, you do seem a little quiet there.
I'm using a different headset.
Okay.
My other one is charging. I have a secondary one. This is it's been a little rough. So I have a third one that I can try. You want me to try it?
Sounds good.
Hey, whose forehead is that? Obligatory butt check.
No, I think that one should be okay. You got a little bit louder as you were talking, so.
Yep. All right. All cameras in the right place. No, now it's facing downwards. Dang it.
You can.
All right.
All right, we good?
Nah, whatever. It's fine. I don't care.
All right, so last time the party enjoyed
We appreciate
a little bit of time shopping around Waterdeep. They found out where the cult's caravans were heading, taking what they presumed is the loot from Greenest and everything northward. And they kind of continued. They got hired on as caravan guards to help deliver these building supplies to the Karnath Roadhouse, where a lot of the road work that is going on fixing the path between Neverwinter and Waterdeep is happening. It kind of just all happens from here. And I'll go ahead and just say right now, this is the Karnath Roadhouse. This is the main level of it. You guys are going to be coming inside here in just a moment, but I'll go ahead and explain it now since I already introduced it. This is a courtyard, so this is all open to the sky.
Okay.
And then you've got your outer wall around here. You've got your stables and then some roomage just for people. And then there's 3 separate staircases that lead up. These 2 lead up to kind of a secondary balcony level,
okay,
which is 15 feet over, and it's just kind of more rooms up here. And then you've got this staircase leads up over the storeroom to another level that is for like a kitchen area and a common room area, just kind of this separate platform room.
Okay, but we're not seeing any of that.
No, yeah, you're not seeing any of that here. I have a secondary map if we do go up to level 2, which we will eventually, but just for now, we're just having the main ground floor for you guys. So, and thanks to Lunera for helping me make the map. Yeah.
I only did a couple things.
Yeah. That wagon there.
Yeah,
One
that
of these
well.
crates, the well.
The well.
Yeah.
The flavor.
The well is kind of.
And then all of these black dots are posts, by the way. They're not just black dots.
Turkey. Is this the one you tweeted about?
Yep. You saw my tweet?
So the party continued on their way through and past the Mire of Dead Men, which is this swampland that covers a lot of the ground between the coast and where the road is now being built between Waterdeep and Neverwinter. Along the way, they fought some giant frogs. They fought some bullywugs, which are basically humanoid giant frogs, and they fought a troll as well. And they were able to kind of overcome these challenges in various styles. And they arrive at the Karnath Roadhouse. The wagons kind of all pull off to the side out in front of the main gates. And the gentleman, Ardred Briffer, who is the guard that hired you. He's kind of this straight laced man with a red cloak, and then another man comes out of the gates. He is the definition of a burly half-orc. He's got wide shoulders. He's got the cudgel on his belt, kind of wrapped around his waist, and a very gruff demeanor.
And Thornok, like, who's taller?
Thornok's taller.
Oh, right.
Yep. This guy is beefier, like burlier. Thornok, are you actually very beefy? Are you? I mean, obviously you're a barbarian, so you've kind of got that that musculature.
How much beef do you have?
But are you like thickly built, or are you just tall and kind of strong?
Imagine a 7-foot tall Terry Crews who's green.
Okay, yeah. So this is probably a shorter, maybe a little bit burlier bodybuilder style look. Basically, more orc in World of Warcraft rather than Terry Crews.
Office linebacker. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Ardred kind of looks around a little bit, and he goes, "All right, gentlemen. Well, thank you for escorting the caravan. We really do appreciate all of your help. Did he pay you?
I don't
Not
think
yet.
so.
So he pays you the standard. It took, I think,
13 days.
13 days. So he pays you 10 gold each.
It was all pleasure.
Yep. Feel free to head inside. There's rooms on the ground level, rooms on the second level. Just grab one if it's open. You can stay here for a few days and then move on back down south or wherever you guys want to go. We're Bogluck here, and I will coordinate getting the wagons shipped in and unloaded.
So boarding is free.
Yes, this is all part of your efforts here. We're giving you just free lodging for a little bit.
Okay, who's in charge of the establishment?
That would be Bogluck here, and he kind of gives you that wave. You know, that kind of. I'm not really looking at you, but you know, you mentioned my name, so I'm gonna wave. The other escorts, which among them are a few of the cultists that you guys have been following, they already head inside and start kind of hauling their gear in specifically.
All right, well, let's go ahead and...
Okay. So we'll put you guys inside here. We don't have an Akio tonight, but we just imagine he's here. He's making a beeline for one of the rooms.
A free beer.
Yep. So the other cultists, let's see, there were 5 of you, right? 6 of you, because Jamina's with you.
Jamina.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think she has a thing for me. She's been following me an awful long way.
She's also right next to you.
Hello, Jamina. Akio, get out of here.
Yeah, fortunately, your wingman isn't here to screw anything up. Maybe we ought to...
Perfect.
So you see a couple of them head into that room there, and then a couple of them are going to go into they'll go into the one right next to it, and then 2 more head up the stairs to the second level and take just another room out of these 2.
The last time we came through, we did get a long rest. Is that right?
Yes, you guys have had a long rest if you haven't taken one.
I think I might be more comfortable on the second floor. What do you think?
Be a better view for sure.
Okay. So up to the second floor.
Yeah.
As much of a bog. This isn't a bog, right? Like in a swampy.
The roadhouse. So the courtyard's pretty muddy still, but the roadhouse itself is actually very sturdily built. It's on the edge of the bog. It's not quite.
So we have a bog over here, and then on the other side is it like?
Yeah. So this is north. On the western side, you've got bog, and then on the east, it kind of goes into hills and foresty areas.
Okay, cool.
Is there a room on the east
Well,
side?
I failed to.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
I don't want to bog you.
Which direction does the wind blow?
There's no windows in any of the rooms.
Okay, then we don't have to worry about the
So you won't have to worry about
all
that.
the peat moss.
So here's the second level.
Not as comfortable.
Fancy.
Second floor.
And again, this is a balcony it's kind of 15 feet up. You've got the kitchen area over here that we talked about earlier. And then we've got the last 2, so you guys can all head up through here.
Okay.
The last 2 actually took this room right here.
I want to take one that's on one of the corners.
This room's occupied.
That's occupied.
Yep.
Okay. I'll take the one that's next to Ari, I guess. That way I can. There's
Okay.
no windows, you said?
No, there's no windows. There's 2 beds in each.
Then there's no
So-
reason for lookout. So
We'll do the usual. We'll take a room. You and
Okay.
Akio take a room. Thornok gets his own.
Okay.
Give
So-
some digs.
Which one would you like?
How about that one?
This one? Okay.
Thornok can go in the smaller room because he's by himself.
I see how it is.
Oh wait.
That's
Hey, you got your own room.
She actually,
that's right.
yep, she kind of disappears.
What? You don't want to check out the rapier? Sorry. Just kidding. I don't actually say that.
Were you here for that, Reese?
Here for what?
The rapier jokes.
For Akio's rapier joke when I was trying to schmooze the other gnome.
What?
I don't think I was here.
I don't think it was.
Okay, I'll find a clip and I'll send it to you.
Yeah. There were 2 times. One, I believe he was here, but he might not remember it. And then the other was, yeah. Okay. So you guys get your rooms. Each room is furnished with a pair of beds, a writing desk, a trunk for your belongings. All the doors can be closed, but there's no locks on them.
Can I check for traps?
Yeah, if you'd like to check for traps, go ahead and roll me an investigate check.
18 plus 0. I haven't looked. No, 18 plus 4.
4?
Yeah. That's 20, 21, 22.
There are no traps in this room currently.
Yeah, okay.
Currently.
This room is clean.
Yes.
I'd like to also make a check.
Okay.
This is a good point. Ooh. 24.
24? Yes, there's no traps in your room either.
Yay.
In fact, there's nothing but the bare furnishings in this room.
Boo.
You don't find like a loose floorboard or anything.
Okay.
Mostly because the floor, like if you try to pry up one of the floorboards, you'll see into the room below you.
Hello.
All right. I mean, at this point, let's huddle up. Who's got the biggest room? We'll talk quietly so
Party
it's not to be
Thornox.
overheard.
Okay.
I think it's party at Brahms.
Oh.
Thornock's got the smallest room. What are you talking
That's what I'm
about?
saying. It's more cozy.
We just need.
Can we see the rooms on the map, or do I need to move it over?
Yeah, you should be able to.
On the-
kind of.
Where we are,
It'll need to
it's a
come.
little. There you go. There you go.
Perfect.
So, I mean, I was talking in a whisper here.
Yeah. Roll me a stealth check.
I think. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. 11.
11? You
My
can.
ears are ringing. Why are you yelling?
I just say, I think we at this point need to kind of hang out and see where these cultists go, because at this point we're kind of following them.
Did we see where any of the stuff is stored when we came in? Like where the
No, the wagons were just being started to pull in. They were pulling in 2 at a time and starting to unload them.
Okay.
In no particular order.
Okay. I want to kind of walk out onto the balcony and just look down and see if I can kind of be casual yet notice where they're taking the stuff.
You kind of like lean on the railing and everything. So as the wagons are pulled in, again they're pulled in 2 at a time, and then they start getting unloaded. Everything gets thrown off. You finally see what's underneath. There's crates under these. There's a lot of lumber and everything like that, bundles of wood and whatnot. And most of it gets stored over in the main courtyard area over here.
Okay.
Just like piled up and
Just piles of crates.
Yep,
and things.
getting ready to be shipped back out. Some of it goes into this room over that's underneath this,
The
which
stables area.
it's not necessarily the stables. Here, I'll pull up the other map here.
Sorry.
That's fine. There's a couple things that I could have done to plan this better. This is my first full-on mapping.
Hey, it's good.
So most of the stuff is put in here.
Okay.
There is some stuff that is put into this room.
Like a storage.
Yeah, and then you see that there's a few, as you're unloading, you do see a few crates that Bogluck points out, and he sends, he says, take that to the strong room. And they take it into the same area. But then they come out a few moments later and just keep unloading.
I think I may need a bit of investigating later.
And it takes several hours, but eventually all the wagons are unloaded. Most of them, they're unloaded and they're shipped back outside, and then the horses are put away into the stables. There seems to be about 3 or 4 stable boys that are running around.
Our horses too.
Yes.
Do we see
Including
any, last time there was kind of an indication of indentured servitude?
Uh-huh.
Do we notice anything off of or different about the way that the people are going about their business?
I want everyone to roll me a perception check, actually, in regards to that.
7.
As I assume that you are all kind of
15.
wandering around the perimeter.
11.
11, 15.
What about you, Thornock? Is your spidey sense tingling?
8 for me.
8, okay.
If you're speaking, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, Reese, if you're speaking, we can't hear you.
Can you say that one more time, guys?
Perception check. 7. All right, so you don't really notice anything. Everybody just seems to be a general laborer around here. You do notice there's a gentleman that kind of is going up and down the stairs into the kitchen a lot. He seems to be wearing kind of your standard cook's smock and everything. And every now and then you kind of see him hand something off to somebody, but you don't quite see who it is. But there isn't any indication that any of these people are being downtrodden or beaten or anything.
No black eyes.
Nope, no black eyes or anything. The stable boys seem to be like just normal stable boys too. Like there's no.
They're serving black-eyed peas in the kitchen.
It's mystery meat today, so.
Let's go get some grub.
Okay. All right, so it's just about. I'd say it's just about 6 or so in the evening. I mean, you can't really tell with there not being clocks or anything like that.
Right.
But
I'd say it's 9:35.
Unless you take that one
according to
useless
my
feat,
clock
then
here.
you know exactly what time of day
What
it
time
is
it is,
and where direction is north at all times.
so you've got a few people
That would be useful.
at the different tables.
Yeah.
We'll put some here.
Good thing Akio isn't here. He'd be starting a bar fight for sure.
All of you start bar fights, not just him.
Yeah, but he's the worst.
Hey, Thornock,
Didn't.
you think you could take that guy in the corner?
There's a lot of them.
These are kind of just the general escorts, and there's a few other guards and everything. They're not necessarily all cultists or anything like that. There's just people kind of chatting, being around and everything. I think there's one there as well. And you see there is a kind of a burlier man with a great kind of salt and pepper beard that's wandering around, passing a few drinks out and everything like that.
That wasn't the cook from earlier, or the guy with the apron or whatever.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it is the same gentleman. We'll put Bogwick and Archer over here in the corner. And then you guys.
Tonight.
It is very crowded, yes. Jamina's not there. She's still missing. But you guys come in and some people make some room for you. You know, it's not so crowded
They're
that
not
they can't.
jerks. That's nice.
Yep. So you guys can take one table. You can take two, however you want it.
We'll take a table.
Okay.
We'll take a corner table.
Okay. So the here, you know what? That guy needs a companion. He's playing tea with miniatures. So you all kind of filter in. You sit down and you see the cook kind of wandering around, grumbling to himself about a few things. You hear him mumbling about rats and how he can't get any sleep at night, that sort of thing. And
We didn't get a quest to kill rats.
Darn rats.
that's true. You guys have
You must kill 12 rats in exchange. You'll get like one wormtail.
And then
One magical wormtail.
As he's passing a few things out, you hear him shout down the stairs, and he goes, "Mel, we need more grub up here." And a few minutes later, you hear kind of this tromping up the stairs, and this surprisingly beautiful half-orc woman walks in, and she's got a sack of flour over one shoulder and kind of this bucket that she's carrying in the other. She has kind of a darker green skin than most orcs, which I know orcs in D&D are supposed to be like gray skinned or something like that, but I like green skinned orc.
Sure.
Sue me.
Don't.
No, please don't. Actually,
Please don't.
no. She's got a very slender face. Her ears are even more pointed and pronounced than normal orcs are, and she has kind of this flowing black hair that's done in kind of a thick braid. So it's kind of a thick braid, and then it's got just smaller braids, or smaller lumps as it goes down, and it pretty much it goes down to her hips, and she starts wandering right through, not even not even noticing anybody, kind of shifting through the tables and everything. And she hands off the flour and the stuff over to the cook, and he takes it over to kind of this stew pot area and starts like mixing everything in and everything for her. And then she starts kind of just general cleaning and all of that. Thornock, you recognize her?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
They all could be those half-orc.
I flip over a table and plow over everyone to go get her.
All right, so Thornock, as he like stands up, your guys' table shifts, and you all have to grab your drinks. And then he moves through, which I don't have a figure for her. I should get a figure here.
My black-eyed peas on the floor.
This is not a good representation, but this is her. She's a vampire.
She's a vampire.
And you kind of just like jump over this table, and do you like tackle her? Do you pick her up in a bear hug? What do you do?
I do the footloose, hold her above my head.
So
No, is that
Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, Dirty Dancing.
yeah.
Oh, Dirty Dancing.
Spin around.
Wrong movie.
So you drop down, you pick her up. By the way, she lets out kind of this soft as you pick her up because she's not expecting it, and everybody kind of just like watches in a little bit of like horror, a little bit almost like as you like spin her over your head, and as she finally realizes it, she goes, "Thornock?
Down, Thornock, down!"
10 minutes.
And put me down right now."
Nope, not letting go.
Bogluck in the corner goes, "You got a problem with that guy?" And she kind of waves at him. She's like, "No, sir, no problem at all." And then she whispers to you, "Put me down, Thornock."
I reluctantly set her down.
And she straightens her outfit and everything, and she goes, "What are you doing here?"
What are you doing here?
That's a long, complicated story.
Mine, probably more complicated.
Look, seriously, are you just here by coincidence?
No, I've been looking for you.
You've been looking for me?
Yeah, with my amazing cracking skills.
They are amazing, but you shouldn't be here. Look, I have work to do. Can we talk later?
Yeah? I mean, I thought you'd be excited.
I am excited, but things are hard right now. I just need. Look, I'm sorry. And as she's saying this, go ahead and roll me an insight check.
Roll you a what?
An insight check, please. This will take all of your wisdom.
I have no wisdom.
Thornock played.
You're already writing the song. 7?
No, 9.
You see her glancing, but you're not quite sure where she's glancing as she's talking to you. But she's got that shifty-eyed look, like she's got something she wants to say, but she can't.
Doesn't want to talk to ya.
I tell her where my room is, that it's the tiny one.
I'll find it.
Cool.
And then she wanders off to go pick up a few more drinks and go help the chef.
Okay. Do you come back to the table? Because I want to talk.
Ari wants to talk.
We're all just staring like,
Yeah, just like, what just happened?
do you know this person?
Thornock, do you go back to the table?
There we
He
go.
wants to chase her.
I stand for a minute.
You just kind of stand and watch her for a minute.
Kind of lean to the
I think
others.
like pouty 3-year-old, just like confused.
I look at the others and like,
This
So-
could be bad.
After a minute of pouting, Thornock will make his way back over to the table.
when he comes back, we gotta help cheer him up. Otherwise, there's gonna be a bar fight for sure.
But that's okay. I just look at him and I say, "What was that about?"
That's her. That's the one that got away, man.
The one that got away.
Well, we're sitting and we have drinks.
Calm yourself.
Tell us the story.
Tell us
Well.
the tale. Tell us the tale.
He's going.
She's the reason that you found me where you did.
Okay. Because she put you there?
I tried to free her from a rival tribe. I was betrayed by the previous captain and sold into slavery.
I see. And you escaped?
Of course I escaped.
I mean, he's here with us now.
During this story, Braun begins to sob silently to himself.
So you were. Were you a slave on the ship?
Quivering lip.
Yes, I was sold to be a rower on a ship.
For the same tribe, actually.
As training.
His own tribe or for the enemy tribe?
For the tribe that Tom and Elle belong to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
I used it as training to hone my amazing physique. And I stole a boat, I rowed to shore, and I just started looking for her, and she's here now. And I need beer or ale.
Okay.
And I grab whatever Braun is drinking.
How about it, my friend? That was the saddest story I've ever
Thimble
heard.
full of brandy. Hey, that was my pint.
I'll get another one. I'll be back.
No problem.
How long has it been since you've seen her?
3 months.
Oh, that's not too long. But we have no idea how she came to be employed here. If employed she is, I suppose. She seems to have a fairly stern taskmaster.
At that point, you hear Bogluck kind of shout, "Mel, my drink!" And she comes hustling over and sets down a tankard in front of him and Ardred, and then kind of hustles away again.
I growl very loudly.
Oh boy.
On her way past you, she smacks you in the back of the head.
Okay.
I throw her an old wink.
An old wink.
There's a fiery one you have there, Thornark.
Well, maybe we should, go back to our rooms and see what happens. I'm assuming she'd come by and did she say she was going to come talk to you when she got done?
I mean, yeah. I say we light this place on fire. I throw her over my shoulder. And we get out of here.
No,
Let's
because
not.
we don't want to lose our chance to follow the cultists. Plus, I need to potentially do some investigative work tonight.
I know a Rihanna song that would fit this if we do decide to burn it down. I'm just gonna stand here and watch it burn. That's all right, because Thornark likes the way it hurts.
At this point, one of the cultists stands up and she walks over to your table, and she looks right at Lunir and she goes, "You're a coward.
Excuse me?
You're a coward."
I'm a coward.
Yes. You heard me.
Quickly.
You killed my friend on the road.
That was not me. I can assure you.
You can't lie to me. I've seen the way that you guys have been looking at us.
I say our companion didn't touch any of your friends.
I ain't talking to you, knife ears. I'm talking to the tiefling.
Oh, I punch her.
You punch her? Okay, go and roll me an attack check.
Can I
Can I grab Ari's wrist?
Roll me an initiative to see who gets to go first.
Okay.
7,
14.
plus 5, 12.
14
I'm gonna
plus.
hold my action.
I would like to choke slam the guy.
It's a lady.
16.
Doesn't matter.
So before Ari, Thornark, go and roll me an initiative check, please.
Oh gosh.
Okay, fine.
I would really like to prevent
Akio
this
isn't the
event.
only one that starts bar fights.
What was it, Thornark?
13.
13?
Can I get in on this and see if I can cast Hold Person before he does it?
Yes.
13 plus initiative?
Yes.
Yeah.
4.
So are you casting hold person on Thornock or on the girl?
Thornock. I definitely don't want to start a fight.
I want to diffuse it just for a second.
Okay. So
I want to attempt.
Go ahead. So go ahead and roll hold person. Well, actually, what does Thornock have to roll?
He has to roll a wisdom saving throw of 14 or above.
So roll me a wisdom saving throw.
And my thing is like, now hold on, wait, hold on, wait. Don't be hasty. We just got here. I haven't finished my drink.
Akio's in the background. Fire.
A 19, yeah, so that doesn't work on Thornock.
That didn't work.
But before Ari can punch and Thornock can stand up, Lunira grabs your hand.
Yeah.
Surprisingly quick for like, you're supposed to be the quick one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I tried.
And Thornock tries to stand up, and do you like give him the...
I will flare fiery eyes at him.
Okay. Does that work?
Can I intimidate you?
I suppose you could roll.
I guess I could.
I want to be fair to you, and what would I roll? So it's a fair fight because I just want to choke slam someone.
I think this would be a wisdom saving throw again.
So I need to check on.
No, for Thornock.
The wisdom save against.
I have the number in my head.
Oh yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
That's 13.
Yeah, you successfully hold yourself. You're wise enough to. Yep. And she kind of took a step back as she heard everybody kind of scooting up a little bit. Yeah.
I say,
no idea what just happened.
I say, if you have a problem with any of us, we'd be more than happy to settle this outside.
Yes.
I'm definitely letting go of Ari's fist now.
I have a problem with her, and I do want to settle it.
I'd be more than happy to fight you outside.
Great. And she walks, and everybody else they hear the word fight, and they grab their beer, and they all start kind of heading down. So
I'm gonna lean over to bring some friends.
I'm gonna lean over to Lunera and be like, "Would you like any help?" I can suggest to him that he does not.
No.
He turn his own way.
Again, it's a she. I know your pain now.
Is it a dwarf?
Yeah.
No, it's a human.
It is a human.
She's a human.
Okay.
Although
the accent threw me off. So, okay.
I don't take kindly to those speak who ill of my friends, but.
Oh no,
I have your back.
Thank you. If it does look like I'm, gonna go down, definitely step in.
Deal.
Okay. All right.
These four will stay behind. So they everybody kind of gathers around a little bit and everything. And
so how do we
is this like a duel of honor with
armed,
weapons
unarmed?
to the death, or
she pulls out her scimitar?
Do we see
and kind of gives it a test spin?
Is it just
and she says,
one?
"No, yeah, it's just her. The other people around her are kind of like, yeah, like there we go.
Other like the cultists we recognize?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there another cultist?
These two were the ones that you were talking to earlier in Waterdeep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna message Ari and Thornock and be like, "Be ready for a bigger fight."
Absolutely.
And she points her saber at you and she says, "I'm gonna kill you for what you did to my friend."
I will let you try.
Okay, let's go ahead and get another initiative roll from you.
Oh crap!
For this one-on-one fight.
Oh gosh.
You got this. She's a cultist. She's toast.
8.
Okay, well, just give me a moment. I have to pull up.
Oh, so that means I can reroll.
Nope.
You're not ready. I can reroll.
I remember it.
Mind if I partake of your Starburst
Go,
gummies?
please. That's what I brought them here for.
Get out of the.
I'm not a big candy eater usually, so that's why I've brought all this.
You said 8?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she gets into a fighting stance, and so do you, pulling out your 2 weapons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, she's only got the 1 weapon. Should I make it fair?
No.
Okay.
No.
Hey, she picked the fight.
I'm gonna have the drums just
And
for
she's
bravado.
evil.
And then when they're ready to fight, I'm gonna go on their nearest side. You know, like stop the yard or something.
Yeah.
I look at Brom like this.
It's perfect.
So she's gonna take a step forward. She's gonna take the first move.
Okay.
And she lunges forward, and I said scimitar, but she actually has like one of those like cavalry sabers, and she's gonna make a pair of attacks against you actually.
Okay.
And she is currently wielding it two-handed.
Oh.
Yes.
Like a
Darth Maul
lightsaber.
style.
So the first one's going to be an 18 to hit.
That hits right, 18.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's going to be 10 slashing damage.
-3, so 7.
Mm-hmm. And then higher than that for 13 slashing damage.
Wow.
Ooh, 17. Okay.
So she comes in and like she comes in pretty quickly. You're not really expecting it.
Yeah.
And even though she's using this two-handed, you're not used to how quick the saber can move, and she gives you a couple slices and kind of dances around you a little bit. And then it's your turn.
All right. Well, I'm definitely, we're circling, of course,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And
You guys are
I'm
circling each other.
This is the drumming I was thinking of.
yes. Okay, and I'm twirling,
This is Brom actually doing that.
definitely twirling my my own scimitar skillfully, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a quick lunge.
Okay.
And I get the 2 attacks, right? That's right.
Yes. So your attack action is 2 attacks now,
So
and then you
can
can take your bonus.
Would I be okay to roll both D20s or just one at a time?
You can roll both if you want.
Okay. 12 plus... 12 plus 6, 18, and then 15 plus 6, 21.
That's 2 hits.
Okay. Alright. So... 4 and 5, 9 plus 3.
Plus 3 twice.
Plus 3 twice, that's right.
So plus 6, so 15 damage.
So 15 damage.
And then do your offhand
That
attack.
is good. The
Axe.
The axe.
Oh.
Because that was your you're level 5 now. You get your attack and your extra
I'm
attack.
with you now.
Ask him a question.
Oh, natural fail.
Natural fail.
All right, so you deliver a few cuts with the scimitar, and then she blocks your hand axe with the saber and kind of dances back away from you. And then she will come right back in and try a pair of attacks as well. So we've got a 9 to hit, which is going to miss. And then we've got a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
So that one is a total of 7 damage.
What type? Slashing?
Slashing. This is all going to be slashing damage.
So 4.
12. No, sorry.
7.
7. Okay.
Okay,
You
then your
should
turn.
use your, like, cool stuff.
My, what is it? Hellish Rebuke?
Sure.
Is that what you're talking? Or are you talking, let's see here.
So you have Hellish Rebuke, you have
I've got
your
my action.
second wind, and your action surge that allows you to attack again.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and do the action surge after I go with my scimitar.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll your first attack, or your first 3 attacks,
My
basically.
first 3 attacks.
Yeah.
So this. Okay. 16. Excuse me. 16 plus 6, that's 22.
That'll hit.
But then 5 plus 6, that's 11.
That'll miss.
Yeah.
So roll once for the scimitar.
11 plus 6, 17.
11? How'd
Yeah.
you get 11 on your damage?
Her third attack.
Oh.
She has rolled damage.
Oh, okay.
She just did her
Yes.
offhand.
Yeah, so the hand axe will hit. So yeah, you have to roll damage now.
Sorry.
Which you'll roll your damage dice, which is for 2 attacks.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's, well,
I was like, it's like a D6. Why would she get 11?
2 plus 3 is 5, 2 plus 3 is 5, so 5
10.
plus 5 is 10.
10 damage, okay.
Alright.
And then your action surge.
And then action surge, yes.
Allows you to take another action,
which means she could do 2 attacks.
Yep.
Right?
Because her attack action is 2 attacks.
2 attacks.
Alright, here we go.
Wow, you're like a flurry of blows.
So she basically hit you, and then kind of danced away and taunted you a little bit and came in and hit you, and then you just like look up and your eyes go glaring and you just start coming in. Thornock would be proud at how much it looks like you're raging right now.
Well,
is Thornock proud?
Is Thornock proud?
Sleeping.
Alright.
Like, I'm not fighting somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just like,
Alright.
So it's the first 2 attacks with the scimitar.
it's just going to be your 2 attacks.
Okay.
Because you already used your bonus action.
You're busy staring at the
Okay.
baby.
So obviously one of those attacks is going to miss, I can guarantee it, because it's a 4 plus 6, and then the other is a 13 plus 6, so 19.
That one will hit.
Okay. And
So go ahead and roll your
Reset to
damage.
restart his computer. He's having sound issues.
Okay.
4 plus 3, 7 damage.
7 damage, okay. And you come in and you just deliver this flurry of blows, which is not actually what it is. But you deliver a lot of blows to her, and
that's my signature move.
Yeah. And she kind of dances away at the end and circles a little bit. And on her turn, she's actually going to run over and she's going to put the saber in one hand and she's going to reach and grab the scimitar off this guy's belt. And she's going to come in with her saber in one hand and the scimitar in the other.
Oh boy.
So she gets 3 attacks.
Crap.
Like you.
First one is a natural 1.
Okay.
Too bad she didn't have a spear.
Too bad she didn't have a spear.
You could have gotten a spear break.
You just managed to like hook it with your axe and kind of spin her around a little bit.
Ooh, I'm gonna do that whole like she comes to attack and then I basically like swipe it away and then the blade just soars past a couple of people and then just sticks into the wall like.
Nice. And then she'll like dive to recover it and whatnot. Because it's flavor. It's fun flavor. The second attack with the saber is a 20 to hit,
Okay.
which is going to do this damage instead. It's going to be 9 slashing damage.
So 6.
And then she comes in with the scimitar, which is a 20 to hit as well.
Okay.
And that's actually 9 piercing damage. You rolled pretty good on that.
Was it?
It's any piercing, blunt, or slashing.
Okay.
Yep.
So that was 9?
So 6.
So 6.
No, there's 6.
You got it pretty low. What's your health?
Yeah. What is your health at?
That's a good question. Let's see here.
Oh, I died 3 turns ago.
Oh, right.
I'm actually a Walking Dead person. Oh, 44 hit points is what I have.
Yeah.
But minus the 33, so I'm down to 11.
Okay. Would you like to respond? Use your reaction. With
Yes,
her?
my hellish rebuke.
Okay.
I would indeed.
So her last attack, she comes in with the sword, and it stabs in, and you just like grab her wrist and start burning away. So hellish rebuke,
Right.
I believe, is under your. If you look down on the left side.
Is the proficiencies?
No, it's under like your
Constitution?
use skills.
That's weird because I have infernal. Oh, maybe it's infernal.
Yeah, it's under Infernal
it is.
Legacy.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
So I believe she makes a saving throw.
Yeah, let's see. So
It's a dex saving throw, I believe.
the creature must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes 2d 10 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful.
Okay. So she did not succeed.
Okay. So
2d10.
So 2d10 damage, fire damage. As like these flames just erupt around the pair and she screams in agony.
2d fire.
Fire down.
So 4 and 5, or excuse me, 4 and 1, 5.
5?
Yeah,
Okay.
5 burning.
5 burning.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see here. So then it is your turn. Now you can take your bonus action to do a second wind as well.
Okay.
And that heals you.
But so you won't be able to make your hand axe your offhand weapon attack this time.
Okay.
But you'll be able to heal up. I believe it allows you if you look under that same kind of one-use things, you'll be able to see second wind in there as well.
Let's see. Yes, second wind right here. You have a limited.
Make sure you click use on it.
You can use a bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level.
Which is 5. So.
Right. So then I make my attack, or do I just roll the D10?
You just roll. Yeah, start with the second wind.
Okay.
As these flames that are consuming her are also healing you.
Okay, so I get 7.
7 hit points. Okay.
Yeah.
Brings you back up to 18.
Yeah.
And then you can go ahead and make your double attack.
Okay. Here we go.
You're up.
Yeah.
She's looking a little worse for wear, as you guys can tell.
Okay, so not gonna make the first attack.
Okay.
Which sucks. But I have 11 plus 6, 17.
That will hit.
Big roll.
And 6 plus 3, 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
Down.
Okay. And then she's going to come in at you again with 3 attacks. And we've got a 15 to hit.
No.
Okay. Another 15 to hit.
No.
And then we've got a 22 to hit.
Ow!
Okay, so she...
Parry, cross,
Yep.
ow!
And that one is actually only going to be 4 piercing damage.
So 1.
Yep.
Nice.
So she barely gets a good nick in with the scimitar this time. She's looking a little haggard, and that's probably and a little winded right now.
You know, we can stop at any time.
I'm not stopping until you're dead.
Well, we're gonna keep dancing then.
For those in the audience, can we see how the other cultists are that we recognize are reacting?
Insight checks for anybody who wants to like avoid or kind of do the cultist case, and then you can make your attacks. You'll get a total of 3.
My 3.
Yep.
16.
16. 3. Yeah, they're cultists. They are respecting this. Like they're like, this is her fight. Like we're not really getting into this. It's not like they're rooting for her, obviously.
Okay, so again, missed with the first attack.
As usual.
Hit with the second, 17 plus the 6, 23. Alright, so I'll go ahead and do that damage first. Oh! Okay, 4 damage.
Roll a 1.
Yep. Okay, and then here's the final attack. Come on, 12 plus 6, 18.
That hits.
Alright, perfect. And then let's do this bad boy.
Bury that axe in her skull.
3 plus 3, 6.
Okay. So you hit her pretty good in the shoulder. Mm-hmm. You try to bury it in her skull, and she deflects it to her shoulder. And she kind of stumbles a little bit, but she's got you in close now.
Uh-oh.
And she's going to go ahead and make her attacks.
No!
Which is a 17.
Yeah, that is my armor class.
Okay, 17 is 7 damage from that one. Minus your 3, obviously.
So, 14, right? I'm sorry.
7 minus your 3.
Minus 3, so 4. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I am
You're fine.
all over the place.
And then we've got higher than that for the same damage.
Okay.
So she kind of gives you a few quick stabs with the, or a few quick cuts with the saber in close, and then she tries to bring the scimitar in, and she rolls a 9. So.
Getting close.
I'm down to 9 hit points.
What did I say about Fight Club?
That's true. It happens at a roadhouse.
It happens at a roadhouse.
Uh-huh. All right, and then it is your turn again.
All right.
First one misses. That's the thunder. And then the lightning strikes.
And the all right, thunder and lightning.
Good chugga.
You know what? Lightning and the thunder. I do like that for my weapons. Lightning.
Thunder.
Thunder and lightning. Actually, I think they're both gonna hit.
Oh, dragons for the win.
All right, so.
And these are actually both with your scimitar because you still have your offhand one too.
So 14 plus 6, 20.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage for it.
Okay. 5 plus 3, 8 damage.
Okay. How do you want to do this? Do you want to kill her?
I don't want to kill her.
Okay.
I will definitely. I won't don't want to bring her like an inch from death, but basically like kick her ass.
Okay, so you kind of pull the axe out and you kind of do this twirling sweep and bring the halfway through. You do the jump. You do that cool like twist where you twist the sword around and catch it by the hilt, and then you spin and you finish kind of slashing at her midsection.
Yeah.
And she just kind of falls back into the mud as some thunder and lightning,
Corey,
Probably from Braun, yeah.
Do the Naruto fist bump.
Yeah. So she is unconscious and dying in the mud now.
Alright. Well, I am going to go ahead and just put my weapons away.
Okay.
Well met.
The other cultists kind of reach for their weapons for a moment, but Bogluck and Ardred look over at them, and some of the other guards for the actual house. I look at them
house. Too.
Yeah, that's true. Your eye, you kind of do your eye flare and everything, and they just put their weapons away. This guy runs over and grabs his scimitar and wipes it off. Yeah.
We do not kill unnecessarily. Remember this.
And they all just kind of come over and they grab her to kind of carry her off.
How many are there?
There are out of the ones that are cultists. Sure. There's 2.
Okay.
Like these two. Yeah, these 2 come over and they'll carry her off up towards her room. And you can hear her muttering like, we need to get her bandaged up. Maybe we can get a healing potion in her. I think I may have one. Kind of thing, that sort of thing. And they'll leave. And then Bogluck goes, "It's getting late. The rest of you get to bed."
Right. To our rooms we go.
Okay. So Casey, for that encounter, you are going to get. Well, let's see. We're going to divide this.
1 million points.
XP. So Casey specifically is getting 100 XP just for the win. Good job. And then everybody else is, because you all kind of, you were there for her, you supported her, you didn't jump in and make it into a huge scene.
Into a big fight.
Yep. I'm very proud of you all. So we'll go ahead and do.
Totally could have taken them, even without fireball.
I'm trying to divide that by 4. It's not working very well.
By the way, Rufus Priest is back.
Wonderful. Did you hear the end of that?
Yeah.
175 experience each. Wonderfully done.
Oh, sorry.
That was 100.
That 175.
As they're gathering her up and carrying her off, I just walk up. I want to walk up to
So
them
I
and
need to
say,
add an extra 175, correct?
Yep.
"That's the last threat we'll hear
Yep.
from your group about something that we did not do." And then I walk off.
And they don't even have to roll me an intimidation for that. After they just saw the literal devil take out their person. So you guys head up to your individual rooms. The night kind of wanders down. You're all going to get ready for bed and ready for your nightly activities that I'm sure are going to happen.
And I need a heal.
Akio is falling
Well, I
asleep.
think a long rest is in order.
Yeah. Like everybody kind of clears out of the courtyard and Luna's just kind of standing there. And then once everybody's gone, you just kind of like collapse to your knees and everything. And you're like, ow.
Ow.
You need a heal?
All right.
I'm good.
Let's go up to the room.
I'm gonna open the door to our room and find Akio puking his brains out in a chamber pot and slowly close the door. Feel better.
Bro, you can hang out with us if you want.
I don't know if I was good there. I think we might need to quarantine.
I just say, I think.
So are you taking another room or going bunking with Thornock?
Thornock, do you have any room in your room that I might be able to bunk?
He's gonna need his lady.
Sure.
Unless your lady, if you and your lady don't let me get in between you and a good time.
It's actually at this point that Jamina comes by and she hooks your arm and takes you down into her room.
Oh.
See you later.
Wow.
Hold on, I forgot my rapier. Hold on.
This is, she just kind of shakes her head at any mention of the rapier.
I just say to everybody, I think it would probably be wise for us all to take turns standing guard tonight while the rest of us.
It's too bad
rest.
we can't set any traps.
Skill. Do I?
No, you're not proficient. You're not proficient
Or
in
do
it.
I?
So
Akio does have a ring of arcane lock that can lock doors.
Let's do that.
If
he's not
somebody
here
wants
to
to
tell us
try,
no. Let's do it.
Okay, so if somebody walks into his room and asks him for it, he just kind of like takes off the ring and tosses it, even though it's like a super like he's been like fawning over this ring for a while.
It took me to.
Yep. Brahm should be able to arcane lock the doors.
Okay.
So these three, it's only got 3 charges.
Okay.
And then
dawn,
Jamina
right?
takes you, and she's just like, we'll be fine. Yeah. So you guys can all get to bed.
I'm just gonna rest my regular 4 hours and then wake up.
So it's about it's about even, or it's late into the evening now, getting ready. Like you'll wake up very early morning probably. But about 11 o'clock at night, there's a knock on Thornock's door.
I haven't slept, so I obviously open it up way too fast.
In my male lingerie.
Yeah.
Does he though? I thought I just locked the door.
It's a thong. It's
I think arcane lock allows you to open it. for
Okay.
People, I'm not exactly sure. Yeah.
It's like,
I'm locked.
sorry.
He just rips the door off. And Tomanella's standing there, and she just like comes in and she closes the door quickly behind you, and she goes, "Why are you after me?"
Oh. Can we hear this conversation?
The walls are very thin. You guys can hear muffled things.
I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping.
Yeah. Well, trancing is not the same as sleeping.
That's true. I'm meditating with a smirk.
Yeah.
Who are we after?
This is you, Thornock. She's wondering why you're here after her. Why you came after her.
I thought we were a thing.
Okay, well, no, I mean, obviously that's why you came after me, but...
You broke up. I couldn't hear you.
I said, obviously that's why you came after me, but I just... Look, I can't go anywhere with you. Not right now.
Why not?
And she kind of undoes the cuffs on her this kind of long dress that she's wearing, and she pulls back, and there's these iron bands that have just surrounded. Actually, no, they're not iron bands. Sorry, they're it's this black tattoo that wraps around her wrist. Just these arcane symbols around each wrist, and she goes, "I'm stuck here."
Cut off her hands.
Never.
It's the only way. Look.
What are those?
About I don't know. Right, shortly after you got taken, I kind of left the tribe, because you got me out of there, obviously. And she kind of smiles at you and she goes, "Thanks for that, by the way."
Of course.
And I ended up in Waterdeep and immediately fell in with the wrong people, I guess. And they brought me here and gave me to Bogluck as kind of a prize for his loyalty. And this man, he bound this spell around my hands. I can't leave the Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
What if I tear off his arms?
Whose arms? Like, don't say everybody.
The guy who put the thing on your arms, obviously.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, the only way to... You can't kill somebody for me like that, though. Well... And she just kind of like stares off a little bit as she thinks about the idea of it.
How do you want me to kill him?
This went dark really quickly.
That would be the only way to get me out of here.
So tearing off his arms would work?
I mean, if it kills him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tear off his arms and beat him with him.
But no, you shouldn't. This guy is very dangerous. He's got magic beyond anything that you would believe.
I've seen some stuff.
Seriously, wrath is beyond your power. Just leave him alone.
What's his name? Yeah.
Nothing's beyond my power. I will tear his arms off, beat him to death with them, and then you and I are gonna get out of here.
She punches you in the chest lightly, just kind of like, you old softy. And
such a romantic.
Yes. Is your smirk still there? Or you just kind of like
It's turning into a
twist.
what? Yeah. Look, he's not here. I don't know where he went. He ran off with his friends. I don't know. He's one of the people who's been coming here recently.
What's he look like?
Well, he's got a red robe that he usually wears, a tattooed face. Well, at least the head is. He's bald. I don't know. People kept talking about him being from Thay.
That's
from where?
That's that red
Thay.
mage, that guy that joined later, but he wasn't with this.
There was a red wizard that did join the caravan and spoke with the cultists.
Right. Okay.
How tall is he? And I hold up my hand comparatively to how tall he is on me.
He puts it at normal human height for all D&D humans.
You mean she puts it?
She, yes.
5'10"?
Yeah, about 5'10".
Okay, so I grab a small belt knife and just...
We've seen him before, by the way.
body.
We'd recognize him, I think. Sorry, I can't really say that. Sorry.
Yeah, not yet.
Sorry.
But you're
I don't recognize him.
Okay. So you take your belt knife and what?
I just make a nick in my chest to show how tall he is, for reference.
Okay. And she looks at you and she goes,
He's gonna hold up guys to his chest.
"Is there anything that I can do to convince you to not go after this guy?"
You could leave right now with me. But you told me that wouldn't work.
That's true. All right.
So, no.
All right then. And she grabs you. Do you have tusks? Like, do you have the bottom jutting tusks or no?
Sure.
So she
Thought that far about my character.
Yeah. She reaches up and she grabs your tusks and she like puts her head up against yours and kind of just pulls you down by your tusks. Because you are like 4 or 5 inches taller than her. And she just kind of bonks heads with you and she goes, "Do not die."
Oh, never, baby.
And then she kisses you.
Such a smooth talker.
Oh, yeah.
And then as soon as she's done kissing you, she's already like backed away and she's trying to open up the door, but the arcane lock doesn't recognize her. You have to open it for her, so she's just like, "This thing opened just a moment ago. It shouldn't have froze yet."
So I pretend like I don't know what I'm doing. And tease her a little bit.
She turns to you and she goes, "Please, I have stuff I need to do. Could you please open up the door, Mr. Strongman?"
Wouldn't you call this room service?
And she again, she's gonna punch you, but this time it's a little bit harder and more rough. Not so much you big softy as you big joker.
I then open the door for her and kiss her on the forehead.
Okay, and she'll just smile at you and she just kind of pats your cheek again. She says, "Be safe," and then kind of leaves. She's already doing up her cuffs and heading back down the stairs, or well, out to go back down the stairs.
So like a 6-year-old on Christmas, I immediately run to my friend's room and I burst through the door.
Are you going directly to the room next door? Are you going to Akio's room? Or are you traveling to where you saw Jamina pull Braum?
Please go to Braum.
I actually do want to go to Brom.
Yeah.
So you go tromping down, and you open up. You fling open the door. The first thing you see immediately is Brom and Jamina heavily making out on the bed. And then the next thing you see is an arrow shaft sticking out of the wall from the trap that you just sprung, almost hitting you in the face. And
I glance at him like, oh, that's a good lock.
And Jamina looks at you and she goes, "Do you need a moment alone with him?"
Well, I don't need a
Yes.
Okay.
I pick Brom up.
Like pull him out.
Wait. I must ask, is Brom naked? Is there gnome butt?
No, he has his tunic still on, but it's unbuttoned.
Oh yes, of
And
course.
Showing off
showing
his
his
gnome
Yep.
fur.
So you pull Brom out.
You have like the worst wingman in the history of wingmen.
I finally got a knife for this one.
And like Jamina goes over and she grabs the arrow from the door and closes it, and you can hear kind of the
My deepest
whirring
apologies.
as the trap is being reset.
I love you.
So Thora, do you take Brom back to your room before you talk, or are you just gonna talk to him on the balcony?
I'm just gonna talk to him in the hallway.
Are you still holding me in the air? I'm just gonna look at it like, sure.
Yeah, I'm whispering to you, but I'm holding you up so you're my
He's
height.
like this.
I feel like you're a teddy bear. What can I help you with?
So Pamela came and saw me. You know, the one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's stuck here. She's got some stuff on her arm, and it looks real cool. But I don't think it's a good thing. There's a couple of dudes we need to kill. She gave me permission.
Permission? She showed me as a fireball.
It's at this point that you notice that there is a wound on his chest as well.
What happened to your chest? Okay, hold on, second thought. I don't know that I want to know.
No.
Orc maiden
That's
rituals are
how tall the guy
occasionally
I need to
violent.
kill is.
Okay.
And he's bald, and he has a tattooed head, and apparently he likes the color red.
Bald and tattoo.
That's all he got.
I remember the guy.
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
And he likes the color red.
He likes the color red.
4, 5, 6, 16.
16? Yes, you remember that there is somebody matching vaguely that very vague description.
I seem to recall someone who was traveling with us for a short time. Did we see him when we came in?
No, actually, you lost him at Waterdeep.
Yeah,
Okay. So did she say that she had to be within proximity of him or anything like that?
I didn't ask. I just asked if I could tear his arms off, and after that I ran with the plan.
Have I heard in my story, my thing? Have I heard of any arcane or magical bindings? I guess for people.
Go ahead and roll me bardic lore, however you.
Arcana.
Yeah.
6, 12.
12. No, that doesn't sound like anything you've been familiar with.
Very.
We don't
very
have our
intriguing.
wizard with us.
You guys hear in the next room.
Well, I suppose I could try and detect magic and see if we can kind of sniff him out that way. But I'm not sure how we would find him, unless you want to go kicking every door in this place and.
No.
Is that an option? Because I'll do that.
Well, I don't know. Perhaps we could pose as room service. How do you feel about maid outfits?
I gently look down at my feet and my loincloth covered just naughty bits.
Not that kind of room service.
I don't know what room service I'm going to be.
Hashtag, how do you feel about maid outfits?
Yes. Title of the episode. Please put that on Twitter.
Oh jeez. Everything's on the table. I'm trying to think. Do we need? I assume we probably want to wake some of the others. Maybe we could expedite finding this fellow. If he's a magic user, it may be a little bit tricky to handle.
So, do you want to do that now, or do you want to go talk to your gnome girlfriend first?
Let's do it in the morning.
Deal. Sorry I interrupted. I just had to talk to the smartest person I knew.
Why, thank you. I appreciate it.
Akio throws up again.
Technically,
I politely open the door to her room.
Again, the arrow.
I said, I'm sorry, I borrowed your gnome,
Are
man.
you still holding it?
And I set him down politely in the middle of the room.
Unbutton his shirt.
Yes, definitely undo a couple more buttons.
Left preferred. Place him on top of her.
Whoa.
Well, this is awkward. Jamina, my apologies.
Just get in the bed.
Cold
Wow.
shoulder.
And she goes over and she grabs the arrow out and closes the door again. So Thornock, I'm assuming you go back to your room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrong.
So, a few hours later, Ari wakes up from her trance. Yep.
Okay.
Lunera is silently bleeding on the bed.
Well, no. I've got an idea of how I'm slowly healing.
Okay.
So basically, it's just burning. You know, there's like smoke coming off me, and it's just searing the wounds.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah, just kind of
Cauterizing
stitching
Like
back up.
Hellboy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cauterizing it.
Is it leaving scars?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Guys like a girl with scars.
It's true.
Okay.
I like me.
So I've finished my long rest. I'm hoping.
Yep, you have.
Okay. My 4 hours. All right. I want to. Yeah, I'm gonna cast. Pass without a trace on myself.
Okay.
And then leave the room stealthily.
Okay. All right, so you leave the room. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check as you're leaving.
All right, you ready for some epic stealth rolls?
Do it.
That is a
No.
33.
Holy, what's the?
You open up the door, you close it silently. You did that thing where you realize it's going to close a little too fast and you do like the 2-finger catch and then lightly push it closed. And then you like literally jump off the balcony and just glide.
Crouching tiger,
Slow
hidden
fall.
dragon.
So, yeah, like slow fall style.
So like slow fall.
Yep. I'm assuming you're heading to this storeroom.
Brandishing his sword as you go.
So,
I mean, first, obviously, I'm looking to see what the situation is, guard-wise, etc.
go ahead and roll me a perception check.
11.
11. You don't see any sort of like guards patrolling around in here. You see a couple torches up on the walls where, and you see every now and then you see just a shadow pass by, but it's more for like guards watching for threats from the outside.
Okay. All right. So I make my way slowly up to the door of the safe room.
Okay.
Right.
So this door right here, as you check it, it actually is not locked.
Okay.
It unlatches and you're able to go inside.
Okay.
Inside is just kind of a storage room, general storage and everything. And then there is another door over here that appears to be locked.
Okay. I want to actually, sorry, before I go any further, I want to make my way back here to where the not as cool stuff was being stored, and just kind of check it out, see if I can see. I mean, can I see anything other than the crates?
You started your mission. You're like, ooh, there might be loot over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead and roll me an investigate check.
That is a 15.
15. 15. This is all building material, building material and maintenance material, shovels, that sort of thing, all for road work.
Okay.
Yep.
Going back then.
Okay. Back into the room.
And okay, so I want to scour the room for anything.
Okay. Give me another investigate check.
Interesting. 14.
Same kind of stuff in here.
Okay.
There's a lot more stuff that would be, you don't want to be out in the rain or anything like that. Out in the open courtyard is stored in this area over
Leather,
here.
hides.
That sort of stuff.
Okay. All right.
There doesn't appear to be a key anywhere around this mall.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna investigate that door.
Roll me a perception check as you come up to it.
26.
26. So you come to the door, and as you like approach and you're kind of pulling out your thieves' tool, you hear hissing sounds and muttering. Do you speak? What language do you speak?
I think I only have Common and Elvish. Let me double check that. No, because
Kobold would be Draconic.
Koboldese.
Where do I find that?
Koboldies.
Languages. I'm not exactly sure where languages are on the D&D Beyond.
Not racial.
Preston, do you know where?
Yes, over here on the go down, close that, go to proficiencies. I think it's in there. If not, go to personal characteristics or character details. And those.
Yeah, here we go. Languages.
Common
and Elvish.
Yep. You do not understand.
I think I get a monk thing like in a few levels that lets me like understand all languages, which will be cool. But I don't yet have it. So it's just hissing.
Yep. It just sounds like hissing noises and such. You do like go ahead and roll me a history check just to see if you recognize what language it might be.
Because I'm a snake.
Is this new?
5.
No, you don't. You don't remember any sort of. I mean, like you have a vague idea. It could be like one of three things, but you're not really sure. It's a little muffled. You can't really hear it.
Okay.
And you do hear like shuffling inside as well.
I want to back up to the corner to find. I want to get like a dark, like behind a crate kind of thing, and then use my cantrip for minor illusion and knock on the door.
All right. So you knock, and all of the. Well, you can't really hear anything from this area, but nobody comes to the door or anything like that.
Okay, in that case, all right, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for a few minutes until.
Okay.
Because they're probably going. I'm gonna give that a few minutes till they're going.
Okay. Yeah. You still can't hear anything. You're still too far away to hear anything like that.
Okay. I'm gonna creep back up to the door.
Okay.
And
again, you hear the same kind of
hissing.
Muffled. It's a little bit more muffled now, but there's still like the same kind of shuffling and everything that you're hearing.
Can I check for like a trap in the key, in the keyhole?
Yep. Roll me another investigate.
Spring like some sort of poison prick type thing. 23.
Yeah, there are no traps on this. It's just a normal lock.
I'm gonna try and pick the lock.
Okay, go ahead and roll me. That would be a sleight of hand.
And that is a 13.
13. Let's see if that does it. Yeah. Okay. So the lock clicks.
Okay. I back up and just wait. Did the hissing stop?
No.
Okay. All right, I'm going to try to very stealthily just open it a crack and try and like peek in.
So you open it up, like you just turn the knob and you slowly peek in, and you get just like barely the barest hint of a peek. And you see some large figures of the room inside. There's a lot more crates in here and everything. These crates are being moved and shuffled. Okay. And you see they are not kobolds. They are larger and they're just very lizard-like. So go ahead and roll me another history check.
2.
Nope.
They're snake people.
I swear I've seen these guys before, but
Yeah, there's about 6 of them, and they're all they have 2 feet arms.
6.
Yep, and they're all kind of like shuffling around and taking a few things into a hole in the ground, and they're like they're kind of putting them down, and one of them drops down in there and starts, and you see them start taking a few of the boxes.
So that's where it's going. There's 6 of them.
Yep. Then I need you to roll me a stealth check, please.
That would be a 32.
Let's see if any of their passive perception checks are
That high.
I wanted to be sure. I probably didn't need passive perception.
No.
But
I think you. I think. It was
yeah. So
best that you
nope,
did.
none of them seem to notice you.
okay.
Please don't do it. Stupid.
Set fire to it.
But
I know you want to, but don't. You're on your own.
Sorry, wants to swing.
I just want to steal something. That's all. I am Bilbo Baggins. I just want to burgle something.
Okay, fine.
Even if it's a silver goblet.
I'll let you burgle something.
Burgle.
A burglar?
Go ahead and roll me a... Well, actually, what is your passive perception?
17.
17? Okay. That's a really good passive perception. Okay. So you're kind of sitting there watching them for a moment, and then you hear like a whisper in your ear behind you. That's a lot of lizard men. And you spin around really quickly, and you like barely keep yourself from walking the door. And yes, Jamina is standing right there, looking like between your legs, where you through the crack. And she looks up at you and she goes, "Looks like we had the same idea."
She like holding on to one of your calves.
Yeah.
Peering through.
Cold hand.
I say very quietly, I think we could, sneak in and burgle something, or should we come back in force?
There's barely enough room in there for them.
Yeah.
Maybe we should, get everybody else.
Yeah. Okay, I very slowly close the door. I could make them think there was a fire in there or something. Maybe they'd run out screaming.
True, but I mean, the alternative is obviously killing them and finding out where that tunnel goes.
All right. So let's go back to the rooms.
Alrighty. You guys sneak back. Jamina goes, "I'll go get Brum."
Now I say, no, wait. Are you thinking we should barge in there and try and take them out? I'm guessing that would raise quite the ruckus with the other
This is true.
patrons.
I'm helping you guys out. What's your plan?
Of course, we probably wouldn't have too many people. What are those things anyway?
Lizard folk.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of them in the swamp.
I don't think we would have too many people up in arms about us killing some lizard folk. Of course.
Not really.
Who was it? The man in charge directed the people to put this in there. So
yeah, I saw him direct a few crates that had some symbols drawn on them to be put in there.
So he must be in on this. Do you know where he's staying by chance?
Yeah, he's in that room right over there.
What if we took him out before we bring the others?
Chances are, if he is in the cult's pocket, he wouldn't even react if we attacked some lizard men. He's got to keep his front here, right? And there's always more lizard men.
But if he is in on it, maybe he would have some information, or maybe we could just eliminate him anyway because he's a bad guy.
Corrupt, I would say. Bad guy. That's a stretch. I mean, you and I are technically bad guys when it comes to certain people.
Chaotic good. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Rob from the rich to feed the poor.
Yeah.
And myself.
Yes.
While I'm at it.
Robbing,
All right.
robbing.
I say okay.
Robbing,
You win.
redistributing.
Let's go. Let's let everybody else finish resting. We want to make sure that they're well healed, but I would suggest that we make our move as soon as their long rest is technically finished.
Let's see. It'll be. We won't be able to do anything tonight then. Your one friend is pretty hurt.
I'm okay.
I'm
dead.
I say, well, let's see. You can heal, right? Well, let's go get Brom. Let's talk to Thornock. Thornock doesn't need to.
Yeah.
You're not injured or anything, right, Thornock?
I'm gonna look confused.
Nah, man, I'm good to go.
And see what we want to do. So
I'm gonna look really confused when he comes to my door asking where my staff is.
Yeah, and it's a sheep, but yes.
Sheep. Then
I'll get Brom. You grab Thornock.
Okay. And meet in your room. Meet in Thornock's room.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What about that wizard friend of yours?
yeah, he's
Out.
probably hungover, but that's usually the case. So
We'll see if you can get him to.
okay, so I go rouse.
Jamina's gonna come in
Akio.
and she's gonna toss you your tunic and say, "Get dressed. We got work."
Righto.
So you actually go into Akio's room and he is just blackout passed out. Yep, he's not gonna be any help for you tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. But and then you all
Smelling salts.
we're gonna do second
Maybe
level
give
here.
him his ring back.
Everybody crams into.
Oh no, we're gonna walk him in the
Lock the door, make sure no one goes in around.
Honestly, we don't really need to do this, but it's funny. So everybody's gonna cram into Thornock's tiny room.
Standing room only.
Yep.
Excuse me. Whoa.
This is when I get my own room. And I start patting heads.
just patting each head for each person.
Yes, I'm in a jolly mood. I'm patting heads.
Roll collies.
Humming.
And so once everybody's kind of in and the door is closed, Jamina goes, "Wizard not coming?"
I say I couldn't revive him.
Right.
So I fill everybody in on. Sorry, I'm not much for. I just want to skip to the good stuff.
Get to the good part.
So I fill everybody in on what I saw.
Okay.
And say, now.
So, sorry, I should mention you have not been able to take a long rest, but you have taken a short rest at this point, so you can spend hit dice if you want.
Okay.
Which is you have 5 that you can spend total, and you roll a d10 and add your con modifier for each, right?
I think so. It's a hit dice, which is for her is a d10,
Yeah.
and she does get her Constitution modifier. So yeah, you would recover that many.
Okay.
And you can
And then
do
you have to-
up
Depending on how far you
you can
are,
go up to your level.
Up to your level in hit
Up to
dice.
my-
Per long rest.
Yes.
So short.
So there should be a if you click.
And if you
on
spend them all, I
your-
think you get half of your up.
You recover.
Half
So,
of those hit
you
dice
did your
are long
uses,
rest
right?
for long rest.
Yeah.
So you showed your
So
But most of the time, people usually use like one hit dice and then it's full again.
you last features you showed your second wind as not your features, sorry.
Oh.
Your limited use
Yeah.
stuff. You
It's a burden
use
thing.
Okay.
so when you use it, remember that you click the use
Yes.
button for it. But then you're able to take a short rest, which lets you use
1d10 plus
2. So you have a total of 5 uses. You can use as many of those as you want to recover.
Two
Alright,
burning
so
ring of fire.
I'm gonna go ahead and do
The sideshow.
Okay.
2 and 2.
So you'll recover 8 hit points for just using 2 of those.
8.
And then so you check off 2 of those boxes.
So use all of them and heal as much as you can because
Yeah.
we're about to get into a scrap.
And then so that was
10.
that was 8.
Yep, so 10, and then looks like a 10 and a 5 there.
Yeah.
Can you do one more, or do you need to?
I can. Let's see. So it was 8. So 8. Or excuse me. So the first one was
8.
8 for your first 2.
The next was 10.
And the next.
So 18.
And then another 5.
Another 5.
Okay.
So 23 plus whatever hit points you were at, which was
3. Okay. So
perfect.
I probably won't need to go ahead and.
Use the 5th one.
Yeah. Do I just take short rest then?
After you've checked off as many hit dice that you're using, you click
All
that,
right,
take
so
short
let's
rest.
see. I was
Like 9?
9. That's right.
Yeah.
Where's your paper that has your...
I ended up erasing everything because I was thinking we were gonna get.
Never erase things.
Okay, so the 9 plus the 23, you carry the 1.
32.
Yeah.
So she's mostly full.
Yeah.
And then when you click that short rest button, it also takes everything that you've used in your limited use that recovers at a short rest
Okay.
and unchecks it for you.
Unchecks it. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Super nice.
Cool.
And then if you look up if you scroll up to the top of your character
Yeah, I've
sheet,
got
it's
the-
got your hit point
yeah.
total that you can put in your
So
hit points in.
For those of you who haven't subscribed to D&D Beyond,
It is amazing. Yeah. But
this is not a sponsored message. Unless
So I say, I know Lunera, you've not had a chance to completely recover, but I think we ought to attack now. Maybe we can take them out. Maybe even somewhat silently, or at least without drawing too much attention of the other cultists.
Most of my large scale spells are very loud.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how worried we want to be about noise, but at the very least, it would be great to get a jump on them.
Agreed.
Jamina kind of raises her hand. She goes, I could keep lookout and provide any distraction if we need it.
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of room in that space to fight.
Nope.
It's almost like we'd need to either draw them out or, well, I don't know.
We burn the building down around them.
Well, we don't want to burn the.
Let's not burn stuff.
That's inside.
Let's stay away from fire.
I'd like to recover as much of what they're trying to take.
I can't. I'm fire resistant. I don't mind it, but
and not only that, but I'm guessing there's a good chance that once we make ourselves known, they'll try and escape and run down the hole. Perhaps they have reinforcements down there. I just don't know.
Perhaps I might hold a few of them while you punch.
I'll hold and you punch.
Okay. Well, let's do it.
Okay. So you guys are gonna head on down.
Oh wait, sorry. Can I? What time is it right now?
It's about 3 in the morning.
Can I take an hour? I want to recover my key points that I spent to use, because this might be a tough fight, you know?
Yeah, if you would like to take an hour.
You guys mind if I just take a short rest really quick?
No.
I think it'll still be dark. We'll still have a couple hours before daylight.
No, you don't need to.
Huh?
You don't need to.
No.
Okay, I do that.
Okay.
And then we go.
Okay. So Jamina's going to stay outside to kind of be lookout and everything.
Suggest one to punch the other guy.
So how are we approaching it?
Okay, so show me again where they were laid out
Like
last I saw them anyway.
Last you saw them, they were like this.
Lizard folk.
Actually, like this.
Fantastic. Yeah. There's room for one.
Maybe we could cast Seeming on Thornock, make him look like him.
That's
how it's going.
Well, let's see.
You have a whirlwind kick that does like area of effect damage?
I don't.
Roundhouse.
And you have like thunder.
Thunderwave, shatter. I can suggest one of them to punch another one and start a quarrel.
Can you charm?
I can charm and I can suggest. Suggestion is concentration though, so I won't be able to do invisibility at the same time. Hold persons the same way. I can hold one still.
Tell you what, these are like crates.
Yes.
I could conceivably stand on top of one, or are they stacked to the ceiling?
They're not stacked to the ceiling. You could probably, you might be in precarious situations and have to do some balance checks.
I can do that. Where was the hole that they were going down?
This
one
one
kind of standing.
He's
on top
standing. Yeah.
Okay, here's what I want to do. I want you to make me invisible, and I want to open the door and quickly try and jump over this guy and get behind him, so that I can be in the room to attack as well. And then I would suggest Thornock, who's probably the toughest to kill of us right now, run into the middle and start wrecking havoc, while you guys perhaps use what spells you can, throw your axes from, you know what I mean, unless we can draw them out. I don't know.
Won't be able to do it in that room without hurting your.
That's fine, but you can do like your dissonant whispers and your those kinds of things.
Yeah, make them feel.
If I remember right, these guys were the really smelly ones down in that dungeon, right? They were super weak. Maybe these guys are tougher.
Those were troglodytes.
Oh,
yep.
Troglodytes, yeah.
See, I failed my history check.
Yeah, you still think that they're something.
Yeah, they were like troglodytes something.
No.
These guys are super weak. They have an AC of like nothing. What's
We
an AC?
can do this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So invisible me.
With the second level invisibility.
Okay.
And then I want to.
Does it start out at second level?
Yes, it starts out as a second level.
I'm gonna say. You guys give me a chance to get in the room. I think I can get in there without them knowing that I'm there. and then
My evocation is I solemnly swear we're up to no good.
and then attack.
Okay. So where is everybody else going to be setting up?
So you guys hide, just kind of stay out of sight. So when I open the door, they won't see you. You know what I mean? So you guys kind of stay like over here. Does that make sense?
Sounds good.
Is that okay? Okay, so then I want to go and then as stealthily as I can, go in the door, and I want to try and jump over this guy and land on this crate right here.
So you're going to go ahead and roll me a stealth check first.
With that, can I do it at the 3rd level and make Thornock invisible too?
Does it allow you to do 2 people? Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, Thornock, you are included in mine.
Okay.
Cloak of invisibility.
Let me get in
I'm so
there.
excited.
Let me get in there first.
So I'm guessing Thornock's going to be up at the door too.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna whisper.
Okay.
Make it.
So I get advantage, right? Because I'm invisible.
Yes.
So the first one was a 14. Second one was a 18.
Okay. So you open up the door, and they all stop and just like look out the door, and they don't see anybody there, and none of them, like they're all kind of sitting there, like looking like, is there somebody there? Like what's going on? So you're able to get into the room. Go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Just before we attack,
23.
Brom's gonna make a convincing farting sound in the hallway to get them more confused.
So, so you leap over, and I need you to roll me one more stealth check, but you do not have advantage because you're landing on crates.
Okay. 21.
And your pass without trace only lasts an hour, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one off. Okay. All right, so you land, and as you're jumping over and you're landing, you hear one of them say something, and one of them start moving towards the door.
Okay.
And he's going to come out, and he's going to start looking around a little bit. Thornock, go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check to see if you can get in the room before he blocks the way. Is that visible on the screen over there?
Yeah.
Yes. Turn around, pull him down, stab, stab, stab.
20.
20, okay. So Thornock will be able to get right here.
Nice.
As he's going past, are you measuring him to the cut on your chest?
Oh, yeah.
Even though they're clearly not human. None of them are even wearing red.
So we got in there and we're still stealth. So can I attack the guy and get a surprise?
Yes, you and Thornock will get a surprise round.
Awesome.
So we're going to roll initiative.
Okay.
And then you guys, you two are getting a surprise round first.
That's a 21.
That's a natural one.
16.
Mine can't decide if it's on 17 or 3. So
Roll it again. Cocked. You said 21?
12.
plus
Brom?
1.
There's actually a 5 with my initiative. There's a natural one.
14.
14. All right, just a moment.
So if you roll a natural one on initiative, does that mean you failed to enter the fight?
Yeah.
You fell asleep.
Yep.
Narcolepsy. says
No,
it.
but you won't get to make your farting sound. Come on.
Dang it.
Oh. Or you try to and it's
No, you will, but it'll be on your turn, and everybody else will have already gone by then, and so it'll just be like you're just
My
farting in the middle of
distraction.
combat.
Feel my under my armpit.
I don't.
You be quiet, Reese.
Bro,
I don't
it's
roll
not
one that often.
Bro, it's not working.
Distraction! Distraction!
Just a moment. Get the order here.
If only I could figure out that stinking cloud spell. Totally forgot that I could cast that higher level. But every time I go higher than that, I can get one more person invisible.
Oh, nice.
That's cool. All right, so Ari, you're gonna go ahead and get first strike here.
Okay. Do these guys all look the same, or are some of them?
They all look like
bigger,
lizard
smaller?
men.
Okay.
They are wielding kind of wooden clubs, and most of them seem to have a shield that's made out of hide, or some have like turtle shells or tortoise shell shields.
Okay. So I attack the guy in front of me.
Okay.
First. And this is with advantage because it's a surprise round?
Surprise round, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first attack is an 18.
Oh, sorry, the first attack with advantage.
Yeah.
Yes, that will hit.
For 10 damage.
Okay.
Next attack is a 24.
That will hit.
For 12 damage.
Okay. That's enough to take him out.
Awesome. And then
so you like out of nowhere, suddenly this lizard just hits the wall as you roundhouse kick him, because it's Roadhouse, you have to roundhouse kick somebody.
Exactly.
Right into the wall, and he just crumples to the ground.
Okay, and then I want to spend a key point and take 2 attacks against the guy next to him that's standing on the hole or close to it. Is that assuming that's possible. So that one was a 16.
16 will hit.
Okay, I'm no longer getting to use that die. I have to use this one for my unarmed strike. 6 damage.
Okay.
And the second attack is a 17.
That will hit.
For 5 damage.
Alright, and then you deliver a couple quick jabs to the next one, and he has to catch himself as he's standing precariously over this hole and everything. And then I need you to roll me a balance check, just acrobatics.
24.
Okay, yep, you're good. You land perfectly. You're in crane style right now, obviously, because that's the easiest way to stand on cranes. And then Thornock, it is your turn, as everybody is kind of turning their heads in surprise at this elf that just kicked their friend to death.
Okay.
I want to see if it's your strength. Because you have
Are a couple of them grouped?
Mine's just a 1.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got 3 right in front of you in a group.
If I punch somebody, it's like...
It's
I want to run and I want to body slam,
why is that
drop kick all 3 of them.
Regular attack? Like, that doesn't seem right.
Run, jump, and lay sideways to see if I hit all 3 of them enough.
Maybe.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do. We'll just call it like a bull rush check. I mean, you don't really have much room to maneuver. Is the issue that we're running into here?
Just kill one.
Do I have room for that, or can I just take a big swing?
I think you have. I don't think you have room to do a body slam. Or do you have a rope to bounce off of? But you should be. I mean, you could just go ahead and swing at one.
I'll just take a swing. I'm going to try to take off 2 to 3 heads.
You get 2 attacks now, right? Because with your level 5.
Yeah.
This is still our surprise round. We're going to make light work.
So you get advantage on this. So
let me single one of them out, and I'm going to see if I can murder him real hard.
Okay. We'll do the one right in front of you, just because that's easy.
That's a natural 20.
Whole time, Brown's in the background singing swish, swish.
So, you definitely crit, so go ahead and roll your damage. Also, you did not say you were raging, so I'm not counting you as raging.
Nope, I'm going to rage as my bonus action.
Okay.
Rage.
I roll the dice twice, don't I?
Yeah, so you roll the dice twice. Did we decide
no, we double it?
Yeah, so you're doubling it now. So you're rolling the dice, double that, and then add your bonus. Just so for ease, because we're going back to the way that it's supposed to be.
So 16.
Okay.
I would like to rage.
Okay.
And then, if he's alive, I want to attack him again.
Oh yeah, he's alive.
Do I get advantage on this one, or just the first one?
You get advantage on this one too, because it's still technically a surprise attack. Surprise!
Surprise, motherfucker.
22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Burn the hair just before.
13.
That's enough to kill it. You just hack down on it and hit it in the shoulder, and then bring it down and hack down again and just split it in 2. Okay, and then that is the end of the surprise round, which brings us up to the top of the round with Ari.
Yay. Okay, I want to finish off the guy I'm working.
Okay.
Here. So, that is a 13.
13 will miss.
Boo.
It finally manages to get its shell shield up.
Next attack is a worse. So let's see. I'll use another key point. Oops, I forgot to mark the last one. To do a
double strike.
Yeah.
Double strike.
Double strike.
I rolled a 5 and then a 4 and then a 3.
Oh.
And for my final attack,
2.
Final attack.
No.
2.
Was it a 2?
Was it really a 2?
It's a 5.
Oh, okay.
So 12.
So you come in and he just kind of brings up his shield finally and just and then roll me another acrobatics check.
Oh yeah. 18.
Okay. Still in crane style, still doing good.
Love balancing on crates.
Okay. And then it is Thornock's turn.
Yeah.
I distracted him for you.
Select the next victim. And I murder him.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack. You do not have advantage anymore.
I can't believe that. I seriously rolled 5, 4, 3, 5.
18.
I mean, the first one was awesome.
That'll hit.
Totally killed a guy.
Yeah.
And then hurt his friend. But.
Yeah.
Constellation I was mocked.
11, and I'm going to attack him again.
Okay. Man, level 5 is a really good level for like fighters and barbarians.
Yes. Well, and everybody really
Yes.
has fireball.
That's
I mean,
true.
they got like big time spells too.
I got a suggestion.
Yeah.
It's just still cool.
You can see this guy right there. He's charming.
Yes, this is just a crate, by the way. He is coming out and he's literally looking around and he's looking in your guys' direction now. What was your second attack here, Thornock?
Here's the plan.
21.
That will hit. What's your
It's in
damage?
maid outfits.
I'm not wearing that.
11.
Wow. That,
I
think I've got
yeah,
that.
that is enough to kill him.
Nice.
Oh, I have that.
So again, just like 2 hacking sweeps and he drops as well with a hiss.
Definitely remember that.
And that is number
Keep forgetting
4.
every time we talk to him.
Okay, and then it is this guy's turn. And he sees you, but he hears the hacking behind him, and he's actually going to turn around because 3 of his people are now dead.
And one's injured.
So he's going to roll paramedic. So the first is going to be his club, which is going to be a 17 to hit Thornock.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 bludgeoning damage.
Half, so you mean 2.
Or wait, did we decide that we round down on
It's-
everything? Or was it round up on everything?
It's round down on
thought
everything.
you said round
Yeah,
down.
so it's 1.
So when we do damage, it's rounded down. When they do damage, it's
Yep.
rounded down.
So it's only 1 damage there.
Cool.
Okay. And then he's going to bring his shield, which is another turtle shell shield, but it's got a pair of barbs on the front, and he's going to bring that around and try and stab it into you. And that is an 11 to hit.
Negatory.
Okay. Then it's Lunira's turn.
Yay! Cherry chocolate?
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Cherry chocolate.
Chocolate cherry? Cherry chocolate.
Cherry chocolate.
All the Christmas candy is being passed around.
Yeah, that's, I think that's the syrup.
Oh, I was like, is that tape?
No. I'm pretty sure it was the syrup from the cherry, which makes me a little sad.
Ron was just muttering lyrics in
Anyway.
the corner.
Alright, so
Yep.
then I shall go ahead and let's see, make my move.
Okay. Gonna move up to this guy?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. And I'll go ahead and start with my
Two
is it
scimitars?
it's lightning and then thunder, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it
So-
would be lightning and then.
Gonna strike with lightning. Okay. Well, lightning can hit probably once.
Remember,
with
lightning only strikes once in the same way.
okay, so 13.
13.
13 plus 6, 19.
That will hit. What's the other one?
The other one was a 4 plus 6, so 10.
No, that will not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So I'll go ahead and roll damage. 6 damage.
You're gonna have to get Akio to enchant like your weapon to be lightning and the other one to be like a thunder damage.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
He has both lightning bolt and thunder wave.
That one too much. Okay.
Actually, Brom could do the thunder.
Sure.
Now for thunder.
Is that thunder? Is it the hammer?
Well, that's the plan, is to eventually get him 2 more hammers. So.
That'd be awesome.
18 plus 6.
That will hit.
Yep. For 9 damage.
9 damage. So you come in with the scimitar and jab it into his side, and then you bring it back, and he brings his shield around him the other, but because he's blocking with the shield, you're able to get in and hook him a little bit with the axe, which is nice. And then this guy is going to go, and he's going to jump down, or he's going to move over here, jump over here.
He's gonna
And then he's going to do the same thing. He's going to come in with a bite attack. And that's going to be 16 to hit Thornock.
Yep.
And that's a total of 6 damage, piercing damage. And then as he kind of bites into you, he's going to bring his spike shield in and try and stab it into you as well. But again, misses. It will be the exact same thing on their spike shield. They're not very good with these spike shields. Okay, and then that is his turn. Oh, and then it's this guy. This guy's gonna respond to Ari, attacking him. Club first with a 21.
Stupid.
Let's say 4 bludgeoning damage. And then the spiked shield is a 19.
Of course, the only guy that hits with the spike.
He's like, I'm really good with this. For 5 damage.
Do they have spears?
They do not. They do appear to have javelins, but none of them are using.
Pull one off of his back and break it over my knee.
As is customary. And then it is Brom.
Okay, Brom is going to look at the guy in the hallway. And I am going to cast Hold Person on him.
Okay.
And I'm basically going to reach out and be like, "Oh, still, my friend." And it's going to be Wisdom saving throw of 14.
Of what?
Of 14. By the way, this will drop, I assume, both of them since they attacked, their invisibility dropped, so I don't have the concentration anymore.
Yep.
This is a concentration spell. Does he succeed?
He does succeed his save.
Okay. And I go, never mind.
Yep.
Obviously more wise than I gave you credit for. And I'm going to position myself, walk behind Lunira, like this direction, so that I can get line of sight of things in the room. And just kind of hang out in the corner back there. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Alrighty.
Is anyone looking bloody when I see him?
I mean, Lunira looks a little hurt from her earlier stuff. Thornock looks like he's taken some damage. He's got a lizard that's kind of biting him right now.
Just
yeah, I look hurt. I look about 9 hurt.
9.
Okay.
9.
Okay.
Alright, it is your turn.
Okay. Take this stupid guy out. I'm not missing. This time, sucker!
Why would you say you're not missing?
15.
That will hit.
Because I knew that I wasn't going to miss.
She's determined.
For 12 damage.
Okay, that's enough to take him out. And he does the Wilhelm scream as he falls into the hole.
Break the neck, nice. And then I'm gonna move up.
Roll me an acrobatics check, please.
Boink, boink, assuming I make my acrobatics check. Which is a 22.
22? Okay. You actually, so as you're walking, you hit one of the crates and you see it kind of tip forward, and you use that to like ride into your position, and the crate actually slammed into place over the trap door, over this tunnel, and just kind of seals it up.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I meant to do that.
Totally cool.
Okay, so second attack on this guy is a 17.
That will hit.
For 5 damage.
5 damage, okay.
And then I'm not spending any more key points, just one bonus action. And strike 14.
That will miss.
Boo! Okay, that's fine. I wounded him.
Okay, so he staggers a little bit, and then it is Thornock's turn.
attack's the nearest?
There are 2 near you. Both of them are currently focused on you.
You're the one in front of you.
Double attack. Elbow to the guy.
I tell him.
behind you, fist to the
I tell
one.
him that in character.
Okay.
Mike, finish this guy.
Finish him.
I finished that guy.
Brutality.
Okay, roll me your attack.
18.
18 will hit.
It's 12.
12 damage. Okay, he's still alive.
I catch him again.
Okay.
It's a 13.
13 will miss. I think that is Reese's first official miss.
Are you feeling okay?
Oh, I rolled a 6.
Yeah.
And then I have a +7 modifier, so I was like,
I have a
That's
+7
close.
modifier too, but I rolled a 5.
I'm Reese's antithesis.
Yes, it's true. All right, and then it is this guy's turn. He's going to turn around and try and attack the typhoon now. So we'll do a bite attack first.
No bite.
I'm going to use one of my...
That's a 10.
No bite.
So
I'm going to use on the next...
No.
2 attacks, right?
That's your
Next round, I'm going to use...
Smack him on the
Smack him on the nose
Smack
so
him
it's a
on the
minus
snout.
what?
with a rolled up newspaper.
Yeah. That I have somehow.
Sorry.
Oh,
Really
it's my
didn't
wanted
remember.
poster. Boom.
Your wanted poster.
Uses her reaction to smack him on the nose with a rolled up one poster and say, "No biting."
It's one of my bardic inspiration dice.
Yeah, and I think it's a
It's
D6.
a D8 right now.
All right, okay.
So,
That's right. Level 5. I always forget.
Level
I don't know.
five.
Do you have a D8 out at the
I
moment?
do have
You gotta just roll
a
it.
Yeah, here.
Wait a minute.
I'll roll it. I was first. Never mind. You roll it.
1.
I'll roll it. 4.
If it's anything below the 4, I'll
You will roll your dice.
You're really bad at rolling.
Roll it good.
Roll it good.
2. Better than mine.
I was gonna give you either that or an average of 2, so that works. Okay, so this next attack with the spike shield is gonna be at a -2, which is going to put it at 19 to hit.
Oh, it still hits.
Yeah. So the spike shield comes in and deals a total of 4 piercing damage.
-3.
So
-3.
what?
So 1. So you just like you snap his jaws closed with your wanted poster, and then as he's coming with the spike shield, you quickly switch back to your sword and axe, and you block it just enough to kind of like it digs in a little bit. But
You hear me in the back saying, "Your shield's not even that." Oh.
shields aren't melee weapon. Oh.
I stand corrected.
All right then. And then it is your turn.
Alright, I'm going to push him off, and then I'm going to do my attacks. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. Okay,
So
obviously.
lightning comes in.
Yeah, so the first attack was 2 + 6, 8, obviously not going to
Nope.
hit. And then there was the 15 + 6, so 21.
That will hit.
I'll go ahead and roll
See,
that.
giving her 3 attacks means that she still does the same stuff. She just. What's the damage?
4 damage.
4 damage total.
Yep, and then, so now it's time for
Thunder.
the thunder.
Bring the
4
thunder.
+ 6, 10. That's not
No,
right.
that's a miss. So he's still up. He's able to deflect most of your blows. And then
But he
it
got
is-
the damage.
he did get some damage, but he's still up.
You-
Most. That's why I said most of your blows. Most.
Oh,
And then
roll
it is. And that's your turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then it is the guy in here, and he'll do a club and a bite. Club, miss. Bite is going to be a 17 against Thornock.
yeah.
Or Thornock.
4 bludgeoning
I
damage.
feel no pity for him. takes like no damage ever.
It's true.
And he has like 50 hit points.
It's weird. They give the lizard folk like, hey, they make 2 melee attacks, each with a different weapon, and all of their weapons do the exact same damage.
That doesn't matter for me.
Yeah.
Unless you're psychic.
Yeah, no. Wait, does that work against other magical damage?
I think it says all damage except psychic.
All damage except psychic. That's my level 3 bear totem trait.
Yeah.
Alright, well, gotta get some psychic people out here. That does seem extremely powerful. Yeah. And then it is Brahm's turn.
Okay. He does only have like a 13 armor class.
I am going to sing my distant whispers to the one that's in the hallway that I've tried like 3 times. It's going to be the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow you'll be dead.
So what does he have?
And I'm gonna sing it in like in off key, so it's like really eerie, you know what I'm saying, like in a minor key. So and that will be a wisdom saving throw 14. Tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar.
Well, he made his save.
So he will take
the worst luck tonight, Brom.
Hey, it's not as bad as the performance for Razmir.
That's
so
true.
He'll take half damage then from that is a 3d6. 1, 2, and I'll do. That's a 6 and a 5.
I was gonna say, did you wanna?
I'll just do that. That's 15, 16.
16, so half of that?
Half of that.
Yeah, that's still enough to kill him.
Woohoo!
Okay.
And he just kind
Teach you to resist all my spells.
he just kind of crumples to the floor and vomits and then dies.
And then I have a shudder. I'm like, that was a really creepy song.
I gotta remember that one.
all of the stable hands, the young boys that are stable hands, are singing in their sleep as well, and they don't know why. Because it's creepier from children.
Discordant.
Yep.
Onto my mummy.
Yep.
I have a terror that like my children are going to wake me up in the middle of the night, and they're my own kids. I love them. It's like, that would be really freaky. If I like got up to go to the bathroom and my son was just like standing there in the doorway.
Yeah.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah. Nightmares tonight.
Come play.
Ari.
Okay. He's going down. Natural 20. Okay, watch this. 8. I'll take it. So 10, 14 damage.
Hey, how do you want to kill him?
I want to jump up on his neck, wrap my legs around him, and then do a back handspring and
Slide him into the crate.
into the ground.
Okay. Yeah, and you hear that sickening crack. That means that you won.
Nice.
Hey. End of combat.
Okay. Excellent.
So first experience, everybody gets. Math.
We get math?
You get math.
What a
It's a
man.
math number.
Oh yeah,
of
you betcha.
experience.
Oh, yeah.
150 experience points.
Apply.
Okay. Let's grab your girlfriend.
Jamina.
Jamina.
Aunt
Just
Jamina.
think Jaina Proud, but not.
I say you got any syrup on you?
Nope, use it all with Brom.
That's the best nickname ever.
And I say, let's get in here. Oh wait, somebody. I said, Thorna, go throw Akio over your shoulder and bring him in here.
Poor Akio.
It's still dark, right?
So I run in, I go get Aki, and I throw him over my shoulder.
Yep, he does not even respond.
Okay. Close the door.
Does he barf a little bit because
Everybody
he's on
inside.
his shoulder
Close
with
the
his
door.
stomach?
No, there's
Down
just
his
like
back.
drool barf coming out.
And
Like a
then
trail.
search the bodies, search the crates.
Nothing on the bodies. The crates are all normal stuff. It seems like in the hour that it took you to rest up, they were able to get everything they needed to out of here.
Oh, you're killing me. It's so not even funny.
I'm laughing. So.
Can I check the room for any like hidden passages or like?
Well, there's one.
Yeah, so you start checking through, like, there's got to be a hidden passage, and Ari just, like, kicks the crate that she kicked over, and it just tilts back, and there's a tunnel leading down.
I found a tunnel! I think we should follow it.
Jamina nods, and she says, that probably leads exactly where you guys need to go.
Yeah. Are you not coming with us?
Somebody's got to stay here and make sure that what else is coming in and see if we can stop it.
All right.
I was just told to go as far as somewhere like this, so.
Can I pull on the lizard's tail, see if it comes off?
Yes, give me a strength.
Was that a euphemism for something?
No.
Stop pulling
This is
on
not
your,
any lizard.
Stop pulling on your
lizard.
lizard's tail.
6
Not any,
plus
any lizard.
1.
6 plus 1?
Yeah, so that's
No, it does not come off.
well, I was hoping for a souvenir, but...
All right. Let's shove the lizards into an empty crate.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good idea.
You'll need to do several crates, but you're able to
Fit them all into
fit them
one.
in. Yes.
Break some bones, tether some in there.
The lizards, they're flexible, right?
That's like the thing about lizards, right?
I'll let you say your goodbyes. Everyone else, let's go. Slap Akio awake.
He'll just go down the tunnel with you guys.
Okay.
Take a step
Into
forward.
the trap door we go. I kind of want to go back and take out the boss of this place. Whatever. Your girlfriend convinced me. And Jemima convinced me of it.
We will be back as soon as we can. Fret not. Distance makes love grow fonder.
Mm-hmm. So she, like halfway through your speech, she just like gets really close and kisses you hard. And it lasts for a while. It's very romantic and everything. The crowd oohs and ahs if there's ooh and ah for the crowd. And then she breaks the kiss and she smiles at you and she goes, Thornot, catch. And you have a moment to like get wide-eyed as she pushes you into the trap door.
Yeah.
And that is where we'll end it tonight.
Bravissimo, bravissimo. Molto bene.
I like your girlfriend.
She's
Hands off.
wait a minute.
+1 for Bron's girlfriend.
You now have a girlfriend +1.
A girlfriend. Hey, a magic girlfriend.
I summon.
I summoned her from
What am I
Canada.
gonna do with these horses? They're never gonna. They just got left in the stables.
It's okay. They're gonna.
They wouldn't fit down the tunnel.
So,
We could try to fit them down.
so keep in mind that nobody's taking a long rest at this point. You guys are heading down the tunnel and finding out where this goes.
Oh.
So you won't be able to take a long or a short rest yet.
Okay. Checking for
just
traps.
Leave that over. Oh yeah, of course.
Always.
Yep. We will start next time. Same everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And
Okay.
there will be more maps and more fun. We're getting into something super amazing. That is the end of this chapter in the book, by the way.
Okay.
It doesn't have any sort of experience that you guys get for getting this far. It's just kind of continuing on.
Okay.
So obviously this chapter was a very short one. Yeah. This one didn't really have too much going on with it. But
It was just
we're
leaving Waterdeep, getting here.
Yep.
Getting out of the tunnel.
We are now in episode 6 out of
8, I thought you said.
I think it is 8.
Perfect. And so
That's just gonna be stuck in
the
your
last
head
couple
all
things
night.
we're continuing regularly scheduled programming on Mondays. Yeah.
Yes.
No issues next week.
Yep, should be Monday every time.
Somebody else gets the flu.
Unless someone else we're right.
Let's.
He was in the office today.
I will hope that everybody is here next time because we're going to start into some really fun stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
One of these nights we need to have a sleepover and play an all-nighter.
Get it done.
Bring your sleeping bags. I got guest bedroom, couch.
Knock it out.
I'm totally cool with that.
that could be the time that Reese comes down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
With
If we can, I might be able to get up.
oh no.
with the.
Sorry, Reese, you kind of cut out there. What was that?
If we plan it right, I might be able to come up to that.
Do like a Friday night.
Yeah. We can talk about that and see what.
Awesome.
how everybody does.
Yep.
I'm completely okay with
That's how
it.
I used to play all of my D&D growing up.
I know, right?
Well, of course.
Friday night
12 hours.
sleepovers. Get started
I tried
like
to
right
teach
after
my-
school, finish at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
I tried to teach my
Go
friends
do my
one time
friends. Go do my friend's paper route.
and ended up making maps out of magic cards. Like I didn't have any sort of map materials or anything like that, so I just had my books. And so as I was trying to explain like towns and stuff, I was using magic cards to make like an outline and everything like that. It was pretty funny.
Yes.
Announcements wise, we have our first 2 subscribers.
Ooh.
So that's their Amazon Prime tiers. As a reminder, anybody who has Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription that Amazon lets you
Each month, right?
each month that you can give to whoever you want. So if you want, it'll go towards any of the AV equipment that we need for the show.
Nice.
Oh,
Who
I
got
have
the
Amazon.
honor of shouting
I
first?
should subscribe.
And it'll be like $2.99. Twitch gets 50%, but
Who got the honor of shouting first?
shouting first, that would be Canutus. Canutus was our very first subscriber.
Welcome, Canutus. Thank you.
So our second subscriber was Extra Chunky.
Ooh. I'm
do
a
you
big
like your
fan
peanut
of
butter?
Smooth, but yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I don't like peanut butter at all. So
Yep. And our first, I think we already covered that one. We closed out the year with Extra Life at $609, and then we did get an anonymous donation for $15 from somebody.
nice.
Very nice.
That was very nice.
It's great.
Plus 1 to everybody.
And then, do you have any other games going on this week?
We should.
I didn't see you guys play on Friday.
Last Friday we did not play. We had the DM had some other engagements he had to get. I believe this Friday and not this Saturday. Let me double check the calendar real quick. Make sure I'm not.
I know tentatively it was the 20th, but we were going to talk when it got closer.
Yes, I think the 20th right now is what's on everybody's calendars.
I will not be able to make that,
Not the
unfortunately.
20th? Oh.
Because I have my other game.
Yeah.
I play Traveler that night.
Sweet.
Saturday night, I played Star Wars Edge of the Empire. It's like a month and a half.
Right.
And, oh, it's so fun. Edge of the Empire it's a lot of fun because building the dice pools and just being in a Star Wars universe is always fun. And you get to have like these moments that you're like, there's moments where you get to quote Star Wars, and there's moments where you get to like make up your own portion of it.
Where does it take place in the timeline?
So Edge of the Empire takes place in around 4, 5, and 6. Usually more towards the beginning where the Empire is in power.
Sure.
Yeah,
so
it's
you're
kind of
playing
anywhere
like
in that.
smugglers and bounty hunters.
Yeah, you're playing people on the outer rim. that sort of thing.
Non-Jedi, I assume.
Yeah, they do have a supplement where you can do Jedi now, but our party is actually, except for one person who she's unable to attend anymore because she had a baby, but she was our Jedi, and we kind of
Darn
just
babies.
darn babies. I am a doctor. I'm a Duros, which are the kind of the blue-skinned race. Have you ever watched Clone Wars? Yeah, you know Cad Bane, the bounty hunter. That's a Duros.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm one of those. I literally am like the best at doctoring that I pretty much can be at this point. So
Perfect.
yeah,
You all
but it's fun.
Thank you.
It'd be like Star Wars Galaxies, that original Star Wars MMO where it's like, you don't want to bring Jedi in because they're just too powerful.
Right.
Yeah,
And then everybody else is like, well, then I want to be a Jedi.
there will be a night where we will take a break, probably after we finish up the Horde of the Dragon Queen and before we move on to the Rise of Tiamat. Which is the name of the thing, not that she's coming back. Spoilers. We'll probably do a night where we will do an Edge of the Empire game.
Sweet.
And we can run, and I'll have to get a few more sets of the Edge of the Empire dice because there are specific ones. You can still use like D6s and stuff, and just assign the numeric value to something specific, but there's things because it goes advantages and disadvantages, or threats is what they're called, and then you succeed or you fail, kind of based on a dice pool where you roll all the dice together and they kind of balance each other out, kind of thing. So, and then there's like dark side and light side points that you guys can flip for extra bonuses. It's really cool. I'll show you guys when we get to it. But yeah, that should be fun. I figured that kind of group would really enjoy Star Wars. This group would really enjoy Star Wars.
Sounds fun.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna cut the stream. Thanks for coming, Reese.
Reese, good job tonight. A lot of fun.
Good job. Lots of brains got smashed.
Thanks.
Yep.
Really excited to tear off the guy's arms.
Yes, I'm sure you are.
So much.